everyone, so today I'm going to be trying something a little bit different. I have all these old books here that I picked up last year and a couple today. And I've been watching a lot of Baiban on YouTube, and she does these really cool altered book journals. And I've never even heard of them until I started watching her channel. So I thought I'd give it a go myself because it looks really fun. So this is just a regular old boring book, this one. But some of these are really cool and old. I found this one in a charity shop and it's almost too pretty to like paint over or stick things on. It's got all these really cool nature illustrations. But this one here is the one I'm going to try to alter into a kind of a book journal. So I found it today. It's a really old book about sewing. It's got some really cool old pages and it's in quite good condition. And I'm not like a super expert at books, but I'm pretty sure it's sewn. So this might be a monthly series where I try and learn how to make an altered art journal, altered book, and kind of go through the process, and maybe we can learn together. Or if you guys know exactly what you're doing, you can send me some tips. That would be awesome. So for my project, I got this book. I have this cheap gesso that I found. I don't even know what gesso is. I just know you need it. I have the cheapest PVA glue ever, and I really hope it sticks. I have some cheap paintbrushes. Can you see a theme here? And I also got some acrylic paints. Cheap again, because I don't have any, and I figured acrylic paints may be easier to paint on the book than watercolors, etc. Let's give those a go. And I also have a box of crap. Sorry, I think the correct term that you're meant to use is ephemera, and if you don't know what that word means, don't worry, because I had no idea it was a word until a couple of weeks ago. And I think it basically means just a whole bunch of stuff you've collected or found that you can stick in and change. So my box here is just like crap that I found around the house, like boarding passes or bookmarks and a lot of train tickets, some birthday cards. So yeah, it's not exactly the most amazing box of stuff. I've been watching some videos online, and the things that people have are amazing, like vintage photos, magazine clippings, cutouts of things, just really pretty things. So hopefully I can try and find some for next month. But for this month, I'm just going to be preparing the book. So let's begin. So step one with the book is to get rid of some of the pages. So I kind of flipped through a couple of tutorials online, and some of them say to remove like massive chunks of pages, like 8 or 10, and then leave a couple and then remove another chunk. And another couple just to say take a few out at a time. So I was watching this lady on YouTube called Laurie Marie Jenkins, and she has a really cool series on altered books, which I'll link below. And she says you see these little signatures here where the pages come together. You find one of those. So I'll just find one. So you find the middle of them. So you can see the stitch in here. That's where the middle is. And then count like 2 this way. Tear this page out. Then go back to the middle. Count 2 the opposite way. And tear this page out. And then, so that way you don't have like massive chunks of pages missing, which I guess is a kind of a cool idea. Also, like Jamie Oliver says, you can always add salt, but you can't take away salt. So, yes, cooking analogy. Okay, let's begin tearing. So I'm gonna go to the first one. Go 1, 2, and tear this page out. So something about me that you guys probably don't know because you don't know who I am because we're strangers, is that I am actually a massive bookworm. When I was younger, I used to get told off for reading too much. My parents were like, stop reading, go outside and see the sunshine. And I even worked in a library for like 6 years on and off. So tearing pages out of books is not something that comes naturally to me. And it's kind of heartbreaking, especially this lovely old book. But just think about how pretty it's going to be when it's finished. So that there, when you're taking one page out, I'm going to do the same on all of them, and then I'll see how thick the book is, and then we can come back and take more out. So I just finished ripping out all of these pages from the book. It's not actually that many, and the book is still really quite thick. And as this is going to be my first one, and I kind of want to try and get this done over the year, I think I'm going to rip some more out. I know that you glue some of the pages together, so you would glue this together and then that would be a page. So in the end, it's not going to be as many pages as this, but I still think this is a lot. So I'm going to keep on ripping. Okay, so I just finished tearing out a whole bunch more pages. So that's how many I've torn out now. And I guess I'll just keep these for future projects. Paste them back in using the pictures. So the book is now this thin. It's still really thick, but I guess after you glue some of the pages together, it may be a little bit thinner. And also, I can always tear pages out. So I'll just leave it like that for now. And I did record it all, but I didn't press record. But what I did is I glued the first 4 pages to the cover because the spine was quite delicate here. And then I did the same for the back. And then to start the first kind of test spread, I glued these 2 pages together here, and I glued these 2 pages together. So that's like going to be double thickness. And I did that with this PVA glue, which looks super watery, and right now the pages are like really floppy and weak, so I'm not quite sure how that's going to turn out, but we shall see. So I'm going to leave that to dry now, and when I come back in a few hours, we'll try this gesso, which I've never tried before, and to be honest, I don't actually know what it is, so I might have to have a look into that. It's been a few days, and this is what the book's looking like now. I took out a lot more pages because I thought it was just way too thick, and I've glued the rest together, just 2 pages to each other. They're still a little bit wet, so I'm gonna pop them in the airing cupboard and see if that dries them a bit faster. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna pop some of this gesso on these first 2 pages that I'm gonna do as my like test page. So this is just regular gesso. I don't know what isn't regular gesso. I don't know if you can get special ones because I don't even know what it is. It kind of appears to me like a mix between wallpaper plaster and paint. And I don't want to put too much on. I think you're just meant to use it to like prime the page and hide bits and stuff. I think basically it helps your other paints and stuff stick to it better and gives it texture. So I'm just gonna pop a little bit on and keep some of the words there and have it like thick in some places and thin, because I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just experimentating. So yeah, I think I will leave it like that. If you guys know what you're doing and I'm doing this all wrong, let me know. But for now, I think that's where I'm going to leave the video, and I'll pop this in the airing cupboard to dry, and then I'll pop another video up next month, and hopefully I would have done a couple more pages by then so you can see my progress. Anyway, if you like this, let me know. Leave a comment if I'm doing anything wrong or if you have any tips, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.